Hi, I'm Paul Zalesak with Leather Wranglers, and in this short video I'm going to demonstrate just a couple of uses of the straight-bladed skiving knife for you. The knife that I'll be using is our new Leather Wrangler Skiver, and a couple of features that are unique to our knife are first, the contoured handle that has a little bit more of an ergonomic design to it, so that when you hold the knife, it tucks very nicely, comfortably into the palm of your hand, giving you more leverage and control over the blade. Another thing that we've done is we've incorporated a thumb rest onto the back of the blade, so that when you grip the knife, you can position your thumb on that thumb rest, and that also gives you much more leverage and control when you're using the knife. Now, before you use any of your knives, you should always run them over the strop a little bit. And what that does for you is that it polishes the cutting edge so that you need less force to make nice clean cuts. Always remember to strop front to back just a couple of times on each side. Now, a couple of the things you can do with this knife are to skive off this flank on the back of some old saddle skirting. I guess this stuff here is probably 12 to 13 ounce saddle skirting. And what we want to do is take off this flank on the back so that whenever we glue two pieces of leather together, we're down to good tight fiber, and that way whenever this leather gets put under stress, it doesn't delaminate and come apart. So to take off that flank, all you have to do is lay down the skiving knife and push on it very gently, maintaining control so that you don't dig too deep, and just take that flank off of there and get down to good clean fiber. And now you've got some good tight fiber leather down there that you can glue very securely, and it won't come apart when it's put under stress. Another thing you can do with this knife is, of course, take it and use it to straighten up a half hide along the back so that you've got a good straight edge whenever you've got to make belt blanks, etc. You can also use this knife in the pull cut fashion, so if you have to do fringe, let's say on a pair of chaps or a vest or some sort of tassel work, you can make very nice, easy, consistent cuts. You can also use it to thin out the end of a billet blank, the billet end of a belt, to get that leather thinned out before you install your snaps, etc., so that it'll fold over and not have a great big old bulge at the end. And you could just keep on skiving. Let's say you had to do some sort of a lap joint where you had to get that end of leather all the way down to a feather tipped edge. You can very easily take it down to paper thin at that edge. You can also use this knife to do beveled cuts. So if you have to do some sort of a butt joint where you need two pieces of leather to come together before you stitch them up, you can make the little miter cut like that, glue them up, and then stitch them, let's say, at the corners of boxes or cylinders or something along those lines. So those are just a few uses as a straight blade skiving knife. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and have fun carving.